each other's eyes. Tired snowflakes are coming down, collapse into water when they hit the ground. I hear the sound of empty streets. Yesterday has gone to sleep, so all that's left is you and me. I can promise you're the only thing I see. Hold my hand and hear the words I say. Close your eyes and let us fade away. Build a secret place for you and me. Let our minds be caught up in a dream. Quiet voices in the night. Time is running out of sight. A lonely wind is passing by, tries to carry all the whispers that it finds. The walls are listening when we talk.
Good morning, friends. Welcome back. My name is Tiffany, and today we are bringing you along with us on our very first homeschool day ever. Good morning, babies. Daddy just left for work. He got called in on his day off.
Which always happens, basically.
Yeah, it happens a lot. We got up around 8:30, so not super early, but
It is beautiful outside today.
what are we starting today?
We are starting homeschool.
How do you feel about that? Good?
Good. Partner, I need something.
Okay, bye.
I'm gonna go.
Apparently I'm gonna drink my coffee.
No, you're not bringing your iPad. No, so it's not out. Oh.
So Jackson wasn't quite hungry this morning. He's not used to eating this early in the morning. I say this early and some of you are laughing at us because it's now 9 o'clock and others of you understand where we're coming from.
We woke up at like 8:40.
We've essentially spent the last...
Yesterday we slept till like noon.
You did.
So did Mama.
Yeah, me and you did. I was up real late the night before. We've essentially spent the last 4 months at home. And so we're starting homeschool a little bit early. Today is July 20th. And I feel like we just need that structure back in our lives, don't you? Having something to do each day instead of just like waking up and doing nothing productive.
So we're starting early.
So we're starting early.
Instead of just waking up and me just doing the reading and the workout and then hopping on my Xbox.
So this is my binder. I'm just gonna go through real quick. Again, this is our first year. I have gleaned information from fellow YouTubers and blogs and friends. And what I'm gonna share with you today may or may not work. We may change things as we find they do or don't. But this is the attendance calendar. Here is, I got it from the homeschooling. I'll leave a link down below to the actual file that you can print. I thought, even though I am a digital girl by nature, I thought for attendance this would be the easiest. And so like for today, we would just mark on July 20th if we do a full day, which a full day is 6.25 hours. And that's not all, that's not like 6.25 hours sitting in front of a computer, because everything, I mean, you can turn anything into a learning situation. And in a public school situation, you know, there's a lot of time not spent learning. There's transitionary periods, there's waiting for other students to get ready, you know, waiting for 25 to 30 students to pull out their math book, etc. So this is a quick glimpse at our calendar for the year. Pink is in session school days and blue is break. So what we're trying to do, you'll notice that we go for 2 weeks. I wanted to kind of do a soft start, and then we have just over a week off. That week off right there in August is Will's vacation. I don't know that we're doing anything, but I wanted to plan for the kids having that off just in case we decided, just in case basically. But other than that, we're trying to do a 6 weeks on, 1 week off, so we get more breaks throughout the year. And come November, we didn't feel that we needed a longer Thanksgiving break there at the end of November. So we just took a long weekend. And then in December, again, we didn't really feel that we needed, we may change our minds and this may change. My goal though was to get out the beginning of May before Alice's birthday. So in order to do that, her birthday is the 14th. If we took any longer in December, you know, it's gonna push us into the week of her birthday. And so I wanted to leave that last week before her birthday as in case we needed to make up sick days or anything. So this covers the 170 days that we needed. So we're going to be schooling at our dining room table because we don't really use it to eat at very often unless it's like more of a fancier family dinner. By fancy, I mean like Thanksgiving, when we have our little Thanksgiving or our little Easter dinner or whatnot. But otherwise the kids have been eating up at the bar counter since we got new bar stools, some of you know, so they eat up there while I work in the kitchen. And the whole area down here is very open floor plan. So that gives us plenty of room to breathe or go sit someplace else if we need to. I'm not gonna go over each individual item yet. Alice went through last night and set up their little supplies, I guess. So they each have their pencil box, which has a few brand new sharpened pencils, scissors, glue stick. I told her we probably won't be using glue tomorrow, but she was adamant on setting that up. She pulled out some Play-Doh for them in case while they're watching videos, they just want to squeeze it in their hands. They have their headphones because most of their schooling, their core curriculum, as well as a few electives, will be on their iPads through Power Homeschool. And I'll show you that once we get to that this afternoon. But we're going to start the morning with reading some of Little House in the Big Woods. We've started this months and months ago, and we just keep getting sidetracked, and so we're only like a third of the way through. So I thought we could definitely, well, before we start that, I'm gonna sit down with them and we're gonna, you know, write the date and maybe talk about the weather today, because they do that in real school and it's just a good thing to know like what the date is. That way if they want to write the date on any of their paperwork. So, you guys ready?
What are you looking for? I'm gonna show you guys what the app looks like.
Yes, she's gonna show you.
So this little A right here,
Yep.
and you click on it.
So it's through Acellus, which there's Acellus Academy, which is like an actual like online academy, or
I
there's
forgot my password.
or there's Power Homeschool. That's all right. I'll remind you. Okay. Jackson keeps yawning, and Alice says, "Stop yawning."
You're making me yawn.
We're all a little sleepy. Would you mind taking care of your breakfast plate, please? God bless you.
Allergies.
Yeah. Do you need your allergy medicine this morning?
Maybe not right now.
Well, the earlier you take it, the better. Jackson, why don't you pick out a dry erase marker for us this morning?
Feels like I'm practicing these.
Of course you are. Why not? Someone pick out a color.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I was gonna pick out like a Taylor Swift.
One that's going to show up on the whiteboard.
Like, I would like a dark color, like.
Blue? Okay.
Oh, this isn't even blue.
Oh.
It's
What the
green.
heck?
Now we mixed up caps. So if anything, probably this one.
Oh.
Let's see if this one.
Why are they all mixed up?
I want to see if this one even works. Wait, all of them? Every single
No,
one?
but some of them.
This one works.
Okay. So, we've just got a
It's
sheet.
also the same color as this.
Okay, sit back, please. They can't even see your heads. Neither of you.
I'm just really excited.
I know, we are. Okay, so, whiteboard. Does anyone know what the month is?
7 July.
7 July. Okay, so July. Do you know what the date is? I just said it a few minutes ago.
Can we look on the calendar?
That's fine. If you can figure it out. It's a Monday. Which Monday do you think it is? This will be easier as we get into things.
14th?
Nope.
20th.
20th.
Darn it, I was super close. You were a week off.
What year is it?
2020.
2020.
That's the easiest one out of all.
And what did I say? What day of the week is it?
What day of the week? Monday.
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 And right now it's sunny out, but do you want to ask Alexa and see what the weather is going to be today?
Alexa, what's the weather today?
Currently, in Lexington, it's 80 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies and sun.
So like
You can expect
listen.
some sun and thunderstorms with a high of 90 degrees.
Sun and storms.
sun and storms.
Well, is it kind of good because it hasn't rained in a while?
And 83 degrees. So like outside grass, it was really dry, and it's been raining the past few days, so it's really good. See,
So I'm just gonna.
cannot cross it.
It's fine. So I'm just gonna have this sitting up, and we'll just go over this each morning so that they learn to track the date, and all of that. So for those of you who don't know our family, Alice, how old are you?
7.
7. And Jackson, how old are you?
8.5.
8.5. And what grades are you in?
I'm in 2nd now.
Yeah?
I'm in 3rd.
Yeah. So that's the curriculum we're starting. Now we're going to, like I said, we're going to jump into some reading. If you guys want, you're still not hungry probably, huh? Do you guys want a glass of orange juice or anything?
No.
All right. So I am going to read a chapter out of Little House in the Big Woods. All right. So we are on chapter 5. This chapter is called Sundays. Now the winter seemed long. Laura and Mary began to be tired of staying always in the house, especially on Sundays. The time went so slowly.
First time I ever saw you, I fell in love when you entered the room. And when the light hit your face, we were just kids, but I knew right away that I will be with you until I stop breathing. I will keep loving you as long as my heart's beating. Oh, hold me close, promise you won't let go.
Did you just hit your funny bone?
Yeah, I would like.
Yeah. All right. So it is currently 9:40. We read a chapter out of Little House in the Big Woods, and while I did that, you guys played with your Play-Doh. Huh. So Jackson built what? You want to tell us?
I built a little snowman and a little boy.
Very cute. And what made you think of that?
The book, because it was talking about snow.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Little boy.
And Alice, what'd you make?
Oh, not sad.
Want to tell us what you made?
I made a little girl. She's just like playing.
Yeah.
It's a bit windy, so her hair is like that.
That's all right. It's cute. I
I
like the
made little
detail you guys put
pigtails.
into these.
And also, this is the grass. These are the clouds that I made.
Very cute.
Hold
Look at
on.
even Jackson has detail on his, quite a bit of detail.
Hold on, Alice.
What are you doing with that?
We'll see. Since
Okay, make that. What song did Pa?
goes the
Okay, let me finish answering the question or asking the question.
windy.
Okay. Oh, cute. Very creative. What song did Pa sing to Mary and Laura?
Pop goes the weasel.
And Alice said, "Do I know that song? That sounds familiar." So then what do we do?
We played it.
On Alexa, on Spotify technically, but through our Alexa.
We always have to
Cancel.
check.
So we played it through Spotify. We did a nursery rhyme version and then a traditional Mother Goose, like fancy one. Huh. All right, I think.
Mother Goose is like a nursery rhymes that actually talks.
Yeah. So I am going to get them set up on the computer. I think.
I actually used to watch them.
I'm not sure how I'm gonna set up. Hold on, let me turn
Like
this
when I
around.
was like a toddler.
All right, so they're cleaning up their Play-Doh. Power Homeschool. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it. So Power Homeschool breaks it into steps. And so like you can assign so many steps per week so that you finish by the time, the end of your homeschool year. I've set that up so I can do it that way to keep us on track. But what I think I'm going to try is breaking things into 20-minute increments to start with and see how much they can get done in
looks
20
like there's a
minutes. Why is
spider in my
what's
thing?
sticking up right here? It does look like there's a spider in her. Ew, it's the hair. So I think I'm gonna set timers for 20-minute increments and let them attack that. Maybe half hour, I don't know. Technically they have 7 subjects on there. They have 6 that I signed them up for, and then the 7th course is a social emotional learning class that came complimentary with each like student's membership, which I do want them to do that too. So maybe I'll have them, I'm not sure yet. I'm not gonna sit here and try and figure it out while talking because I could be here all day, but.
You can have this, teacher.
Oh, thanks. She just brought me my fake bamboo. I don't know why my hair is sticking up right here. Did I brush it funny? What is that? Okay, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna leave my hair debacles to myself. I'm gonna get them on there, and once we kind of get settled in, I'll kind of show you. I just dropped my bamboo. Alice took it on her own volition to wipe the table down after they played with Play-Doh.
Bamboo is loose.
Yeah, let's just pretend.
Does me when I have a loose tooth?
You do have some loose teeth right now, don't you?
I only have one loose tooth.
Yeah, down there. All right. Good job, Alice. Thank you. I didn't even have to ask her. I think they're being on their best behavior today because, number one, it's like the first day of school. Yay.
Yeah, we always be good on the first day. On the 10th day of school, we're like a little maniac.
I hope not. I'm going to send you to the principal's office. So I've got the kids logged in. They have a really quick, like 5-minute video for student orientation. I did have them get on the other night and do a pre-test for language arts just to show them kind of what the program, how it worked. So they're going to finish that, and then I'll have them decide which 2 core subjects they'd like to work on first. And then we'll have like an afternoon or like a break of some sort to get them off the iPads. And then they'll finish their other 2 core after lunch or something like that, or after break. I don't know how it's going to exactly time out. And then they also have 2 electives. So as I was saying, they have, I can turn this back around. You can see the kids. They're adorable. They're very studious. All right. Sitting here at the table with them still. So they do have, trying to find a comfortable position for my arm though. If you're a vlogger, you hold cameras a lot, you know that sometimes resting your arm is more comfortable. I'm resting on the back of a chair. Electives. They each opted, there weren't a ton of electives for the elementary age through Power Homeschool. Which is my first or maybe only complaint at this point. We pay $25 a month per student, and they have videos that are taught by like they have videos of actual teachers teaching the subjects, followed by, so like short videos, followed by a few questions to make sure they're understanding. There's quizzes, like all of that. Keeps track of grading, it grades for you, which is kind of what I wanted. I wanted something, with it being our first year, that was going to be a little bit more all-inclusive and online. So that way when we travel, we don't have to pack up a ton of materials. We can just, if we have electronics and internet access, they're good to go. So their electives, they both opted in for the same ones. Ecology, there's an elementary ecology class, and it kind of just elaborates on the science class that they both have at their grade level anyway. There's a little bit of overlap in a few subjects, but it goes more in depth on ecosystems and nature, which Alice was like, yes, 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 please. I kind of thought Jackson would choose the elementary engineering because he loves STEM stuff, and he said no, he wanted to do ecology. So they're both doing the same ecology science class. And then they both opted in for the elementary intro to coding as well. So we'll see how that one goes. So those 2 electives plus their language arts, science, math, and social studies. We're gonna do history on our own because their social studies doesn't touch on any history really. It's more so like you and the community sort of stuff. So history, we will check out like the Who Was books from the library. We have a few of them on hand. Yes, baby?
What do we have? Continue? Certificate or continue?
Continue. They're done with their orientation, so I'm going to stop babbling for a moment and get them set up, and we'll go from there.
Language arts.
While the kids are working, there is a parent portal for Power Homeschool, which is great. So I can actually log in right now and see what Alice has completed today. So she took her pretest in science and she scored 80. So she had 16 out of 20 correct with the pretest. So I'll click on this. There's a few that she probably marked haven't learned yet. Oh, okay, problem skipped because she hasn't learned those yet. And then she got 2 actually wrong, which is fine because it kind of covered a vast array of scientific subjects. So she had like space, and she had matter, and she had weather, and so she, you know, it is what it is. So you can click and see what they got wrong. So she got an 80%, which is fine on a pretest. Pretest I'm not worrying about so much because it's just showing what they know. And then it shows she spent 5.4 minutes on this Exploring Science video. She had a 6 questions about this video to see if she was if she was learning or retaining info. She got 100% on that. She's currently watching the 5 senses video. I set a 20-minute timer for her once she completed her pretest. I'm going to have her do 20 minutes on science, and then she can choose another subject. Jackson is still doing his math pretest right now. It's kind of in-depth because, like, even though it's only 20 questions, some of the questions have like 5 and 6 parts, so he's still working on that. But anyway, I just kind of like how I can see exactly what they're doing. You can look at their syllabus. Do you need help, buddy? He's getting frustrated.
6 times k equals 36.
Oh, that's all right. You can figure it out. It's basically saying 6 times what equals 36.
Oh.
You know that.
So it's basically like 6 times c equals 36.
Yes. Ignore the fact that it's a letter. I mean, remember how we were talking the other day about algebra? Mm-hmm. So 6 times blank equals 36.
6 times 6.
Very good.
Why?
He,
This is why I hate algebra.
well, that's not really algebra, but
This is basically algebra.
okay, it's fill in the blank. Go ahead and put in your answer.
Fill in the blank.
He's really good at math. They didn't spend a whole lot of time on multiplication facts in 2nd grade, and considering,
Or division.
yeah,
At all.
right. So this is just a pretest. It's just to see what you know. So basically, and then you take into consideration that March, April, and all of May they were home.
Melania?
Huh?
Melania.
Is that a name?
Yes.
Okay, Melania.
Melania.
All right. Anyway, this is what's happening around here. Big stretches. That 20 minutes of science was a lot, huh? Tell me one thing you learned. I know it went over plants and some of the 5 senses, didn't it?
Not all stuff that looks like water is water.
Oh, tell me more.
You can like have vinegar and it could look like water. Then you can smell it and then you'll be like, I am super good at that and did not taste that.
Yeah, so you use your 5 senses to figure what things are, huh? She's gonna have an applesauce pouch snack. She had a very small breakfast.
These are really yummy.
These are the Aldi apple banana pouches.
So basically baby food, but
It tastes like banana baby food, yeah. So typically Alice eats quite a big breakfast. I'll help you in a second. And she only had 5 little pancakes this morning, so she's hungry. Are you hungry yet, Jack? He's working on math, which is his favorite. He finished his pretest. He got 89%.
Good job, Jack.
Yeah. Alice, what subject were you doing next? You were going to start math.
I want to see my grades.
I don't know. Go to score at the top. And it has your, you got some science. Right now in science you have 100%. It doesn't show you each assignment, but you can see that on my end. So go back over to your classes. And you're going to hit math. Grade 2 math. And you're going to do your pretest.
Oh.
She's a little nervous. She said, I'm not that great at math. She scores high on math on like standardized testing.
I'm like more better at science than math.
Yeah. We did purple shampoo in her hair last night and it really brightened things up. Like I just keep staring at it like it's definitely brighter. It was looking a little brassy from like swimming at the lake and stuff. So she's going to do a pretest and have a snack, and Jack's working on a math drill, I think is what this is called. It's like a little game. Look at it, honey. All right, it is technically quarter after 11. The kids went outside about 10 minutes ago. So they're outside playing. They finished, Alice finished her math and science. Jackson finished language, arts, and math. So when they come in, they're gonna have lunch. Alice requested half of a grilled cheese. Jackson wants half of a turkey and cheese. So I'll make that. We have watermelon and cantaloupe, but I'll show you their lunch when I get there. I am gonna sit down really quick and edit a video that needs to go up today on Monday. It's our cold lunch video for the week. And then I'll call them in. I'm gonna let them play till noon if they wanna be out there because it's supposed to start raining about then. So it's perfect time to get out there before it gets too hot and yucky, but also before the rain hits. So then when they come in, gosh, I'm so tired. I didn't sleep very well last night, so my eyes feel very tired. I keep yawning. How many of you just yawned? Sorry. And then I'll bring them in. I do have a few worksheets, and then I'll put them back on their iPads to finish their last 2 core classes. I'm finding after they've done just 2 core subject lessons, it's not even lessons, 20 minutes on each of the subjects that they've been on. I like that Power Homeschool shows you their progress. So right now, technically, they've completed just under 2 days worth of work based on the amount of steps that I assigned them. So just like a overview, say math has 100 steps and you want to get it done in 10 days, they would do 10 steps a day. So you basically use that same mathematical equation. You know, I want to finish by the end of, or the beginning of May, so I count how many weeks we are actually in school. I divide the steps, the weeks, etc. So it shows right now that they're about just under 2 days done with the subjects they've completed. But that means that come Thursday, they'll finish up Thursday, and then, you know, Thursday afternoon, they'll have a shorter lesson Thursday or finish up, catch up for the week. But Friday will for sure be allotted to their electives. So they'll be able to do a full weeks of coding and a full weeks of ecology, which isn't many steps for each of those classes, as well as their social emotional learning class. So Friday will be more of like a fun day. They get to do their electives. We'll do some art. They can choose, you know, some STEM stuff. We've got stuff on hand games and different like snap circuits and stuff like that that they can work on. So I kind of like, I feel like I'm gonna like how that turns out. We'll see how it actually goes. But Will's texting me. I'm gonna go edit a video, make them lunch, and then call them in for about noon, like I said. So I've got 45 minutes to be productive. Ignore our messy garage, but what are you guys planning on doing out here? Playing cowboys or cowgirls or something, you said? Yeah. Cowboys and cowgirls?
Mm-hmm. We made a baby wolf game about that.
Yeah.
And like the notebooks in the back, is it poop?
Oh goodness. All right.
You had to pick it up.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad you picked up the Nerf poop. All right, go have fun for a little bit. I was just checking, seeing if you guys, what you guys were up to. If you get ambitious, you guys can take garbage out to the dumpster.
What does ambitious mean?
Like motivated. Good spelling word. Speaking of which, I need to print your spelling words for the week. Check. What you doing, buddy?
Cutting a cantaloupe.
Yep, you can probably cut that with your other hand, not even near it. That way you're being safe. Yeah, because the melon part of it is, I mean, use your left hand if you're more comfortable with it. Yeah, that's fine, but your hand is too close. Oh, we're teaching knife skills, guys. Just like that, yep.
So this one is sort of...
And then you can turn it like that. Watch your thumb. Watch where your fingers are placed before you push down. These are really sharp knives. Okay. Okay. Is it perfect? It's Jackson's favorite. Watch your fingers. Yes, guys, I'm a nervous mom, but you know what? The sooner they learn skills in the kitchen, the better off they'll be as an adult.
Actually, something I wanted to tell you.
Can we just talk about how beautifully golden this grilled cheese sandwich is? Yes! I'm going to share a sandwich with Alice. I normally fast throughout the day, but I'm feeling a little bit hungry because, one, I didn't sleep well, and two, I was up earlier than normal, and so I had some coffee, so my metabolism is probably like, hey, you fed us a little something, where's the rest? So Jackson requested half of a turkey and cheese sandwich. He says he's not hungry right now, but I'm going to put it in front of him. He has not eaten yet today. Allie, can you turn that down, please? He has not eaten yet today. He skipped breakfast, as we know. So I'm going to have it out for him. He can munch on this. So half a turkey and cheese, no mayo, no mustard, nothing. He did request cantaloupe. And then Alice brought out goldfish crackers and peanut butter crackers. I put them in these dishes for them, and they can, if they don't finish them with lunch, they can just take the bowl over to where they're sitting to do their schoolwork in a little bit. But I'm going to cut her sandwich in half, and I'm going to have the other one, like I said, and that'll be lunch, hiccups, for now. Well, lunch for today, obviously. There's not another lunch. Alright, so I'm going to get some dinner ready. I am making a chicken, sausage, shrimp gumbo in the crock pot this afternoon, so I'll go into more depth on that in my what we ate this week, but I'll try and leave a link to the recipe I'm using in the description box of this video as well, so that way in case you don't watch the what we eat for dinner videos, you at least have a place to start as far as like the recipe goes. So anyway, I'm gonna get that ready. By the time I get this put in, kids should be done with lunch, and we'll move back over there to our workspace.
Why does Sam mention being warm enough when the lights will be turned out?
I'm not sure because I have not read the short story.
Maybe because it's like winter outside and the lights might be keeping them warm, and when they turn them out, it will make it kind of cold.
I don't know. I'll look in just a minute when I'm not recording, okay? You need help too? So right now it is 12:10. They've been working on their reading comprehension books, which, can you show me real quick, the front? I'll link all the books I can. So I'm just using the Spectrum reading for grade 3, and then Alice has the grade 2, and it's nice because it's a short story on one page and then reading comprehension questions on the other side. So I thought that was just a nice layout, so I'm not tearing pages out. The other workbook that we're gonna be working on is the Evan Moore Daily Fundamentals books. However, Jackson's isn't here yet. It should be here sometime this afternoon whenever my Amazon order gets here. But this is the grade 2, and what I liked about this is each day you have one page, and it just has a short language section, math section, and reading, but very short. So I actually intend to start our day with this before getting onto the I say computers, but iPads. But because Jackson's wasn't here this morning, I waited to start on this. So we'll do these sometime this afternoon. But I think both kids need a little bit of assistance at the moment, so I'm going to help them. All right, so Jackson got a little surprise from our friends over at the ice cream toy company.
Came out with an ice cream box for boys.
Yeah, and ice cream meaning the letter I and then the word scream.com, I believe is. I'll leave the information down below. But they sent him a shark themed box of goodies, and he was going to open that for us and show us what we got. So he is safely using a knife.
So it's his. He's been
yeah.
He's had it for like a year or two.
Yeah, he got it for Christmas.
Don't put it in your line, buddy.
No, he knows. That's probably good. Close your knife and then you can rip the rest.
Yeah.
Close your knife appropriately. Put it down.
Step on it.
Yep. So this is, we've gotten multiple, do you need help? We've gotten multiple boxes from this company of awesome stuff, and it's almost always like, I don't like to differentiate and call things girl and boy stuff, but it's stuff that Jackson wasn't interested in. It was other, okay, he's ready. So what's the first thing, Jackman?
First we got a shark eye mask, recurring mask duel. I thought it was a pencil case.
That is a shark eye mask.
I thought it was a pencil case.
Yeah. Alice likes eye masks.
Pajama pants. Oh my god. Those are humongous.
Oh goodness. Yep, those are going to be too big. I told them a medium, but I wasn't sure. They only came in like a small medium or a large. Yeah. It's all right.
Hey guys, today's pajama day. That was crazy pajama day.
We'll save them for when you get bigger.
I probably have to wait until I'm like 10 or...
You need to put some weight on, little man.
Yeah.
You're too skinny.
I might actually start using this.
Can you sit down? There we go.
This?
Hold on, Alice. Show us the water bottle.
Then we've got a sharp water bottle, which
show
I
me?
might actually switch to.
Yeah, that's a nice one,
For
huh?
school.
That's cool.
Homeschool. Yeah.
Yep,
Can I
homeschool.
hold this out too? Oh,
It's not. Do you know what that is?
Sleeping bag?
It is a sleeping bag.
I need it. Yes, now I have my own sleeping bag.
Now, I will like to say, we have a sloth sleeping bag from them as well that Jackson uses a lot. And it's like rainbow colored.
Oh, that's staticky.
Did you get shocked?
Yeah, I got shocked like...
Yep. Shake it out a little bit.
Oh, this thing is huge.
It's just like the sloth one, honey. Except
I'm sure this is gonna feel like an electrocutor inside.
an electric. Does it have a zipper? Yeah, it does. Yeah, you're goofy.
Pajama thing.
You're funny. It does have a zipper, but he's just scooting into it. Yeah, these are really, those are too big. Jackson, he's, your head doesn't go inside. That's where.
Yes, it does.
No, it's not supposed to.
You're not. Shark.
Jackson, shark, doot. Careful, you're gonna rip it, guys. Anyway,
I just got outside of a shirt.
Their sleeping bags are really nice quality. They are a bit
That's what it's
pricey,
for.
but no, it's not for that. It's for when you roll it up, you tuck it inside there.
Oh.
Just like your sloth one. They're so confused. It's so that you can roll it up and tuck it inside that hole and it kind of stays. Why are those fitting your sister but not you? Stand up. The elastic is tight enough to stay on her, but they're really long.
I might be able to wear that. I think these might be for me.
What do we tell our friends at ice cream?
Thank you.
Are you excited?
Yes.
What's your favorite item? The sleeping bag? What about you?
I really like them all.
Yeah, they're pretty cool, huh?
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna open this.
Okay,
and then
you
I'm
can-
gonna get inside the shirt.
Okay.
I hope I get one next.
All right. So this is how he's gonna sleep. So what do you guys use? When do you guys use your sleeping bags?
At night.
At night when?
In Mama's room.
Yeah. So they have sleeping bags tucked underneath our bed, and you come in and you sneak in, and then you sleep in our room. So where do you think the sleeping bag's gonna go?
In my room.
You think so? I think it's gonna go under my bed for when you sneak in, so you don't have to use the sloth
Well,
one.
sometimes I like getting my actual shark blanket like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I like curling it up. I
I put it
using
together.
Yep.
And
So you want this on your bunk bed
yes.
so that you can like it hold you a little tighter? Is that what you're saying? You look sleepy. It's comfy, isn't it?
PJ pants.
Alice is still
PJ pants,
freaking out.
PJ pants.
Can you stop so Jackson can talk real quick? All right, what did you want to show them?
So, if you guys haven't noticed yet, I have got a haircut.
Yep. So he had the center just a tad longer. So he,
And this basically trimmed all the way.
yep, turn around. It's more noticeable in the back, kind of. So he kind of has like the center stripe going down. It's not like super noticeable. Yeah, very cute, very handsome. Daddy shaved his head too, like all of it, like shaved.
all of his hair.
Yep. Just because it's too hot at work right now, and his hair grows back really quickly, but it was too hot and his head was getting itchy. What are you doing?
So, I'm gonna clean up this stuff.
Can you keep the sleeping bag out? Because I'm going to watch.
Oh, you want to watch TV in it? You have to ask your brother.
Wait, this might be good for sleeping downstairs.
Think so?
Oh, Mama! I'm Mr. Sharky.
And I'm his best friend.
Oh yeah. Alexa, pause. We are listening to some classical music while the kids apparently just roll around on the floor and play whatever game it is they just made up.
It's called Slothy and
Slothy. They keep saying, "Are we done with homeschool yet?" And I keep reminding them that right now it's 2:05 and they've already been done for the last 20 minutes with their online computer stuff. Is your zipper working? Okay. And they just keep saying, "Are we done?" And I was like, you did 20 minutes of each of your core lessons. You did a brief reading comprehension. I feel like they think it like is feeling longer because we had like an hour break for lunch with which they are not used to. So they got to eat and play outside. You guys can probably go, I need to look. It didn't start raining yet. Originally it said it was gonna rain at noon. Are you having problems? Originally it said it was gonna rain at noon. It did not rain at noon. It's now 2:05, but I had something pop up on my weather app notifications on my phone saying it was supposed to start in 20 minutes. I feel like that was more than 20 minutes ago. So maybe we're not getting rain today, which would be ideal so I can send them back out. I would like to do a few rounds of Mad Libs to work on some
Mad Libs are really funny.
grammatical, you know,
It's like-
nouns and all that.
A sentence with flakes and you have to pick up funny words.
Just in case you didn't know what Mad Libs were.
The more funnier, the more funny it is.
Yes.
Then you get to read them at the end.
They still have silent reading to do today, and after they're done silent reading, I'm gonna have them write, I'll probably start with like 3 sentences about what they read. I realize that's not a ton for a 2nd and 3rd grader, but we're easing back in. We do have a handwriting curriculum coming from The Good and the Beautiful. Alice requested to learn cursive this year, and we're pulling Jackson along with us in learning cursive. So the handwriting is going to be separate workbook sort of thing. We'll probably do that only like once or twice a week. But yeah, what was it I said, you guys? They both finished their entire weeks of social studies while they were sitting down in that 20 minutes. And And that's an entire week based on the amount of steps needed to be completed by May, like I mentioned earlier. So they've already completed a whole week. So they won't have to do social studies tomorrow. So that'll free up a little time there to do something else fun. Maybe we can use Art for Kids Hub and do like some drawing in the afternoon. I don't know, I've really enjoyed the flow of our day. I was able to get dinner in the crock pot, so that's like ready to go. Will, I think, is probably about to leave work. I think he might have just texted me. No, he did not. He was texting me. He's at a smaller store right now merchandising, so it shouldn't take him long. I cleaned out the fridge. I edited 2 videos. I had one go up live already, and then I need to schedule the other one for tomorrow. I don't know, it's been productive. This is probably the most productivity I've done or had in a long time, and it's only 2 p.m. So yes, I'm happy. I'm excited. All right, man, your hair is looking blonder. That purple shampoo is working. And if anyone's curious, I just got the $10 Clairol shimmer lights, excuse me, hiccups again, from Walmart just to try, and it...
God bless you.
I hiccuped, not sneezed. All right, so Alice told us something she learned earlier when I asked, but I want you to both think about something you learned today. Maybe it's not even educational. Maybe you learned that working on an iPad is tricky, or you like being at...
It's kind of tricky because I learned this today. When I tapped once, for some reason it tapped twice.
They have to be careful when submitting a thing, because if they hit enter to submit their answer, but it doesn't load fast enough, they get impatient, so they hit it again, and then sometimes they accidentally skip the next question.
Yep.
So you learned that, so we need to have a little bit more
But
patience.
I don't think I actually skipped it. I thought I did.
Thought you did, yeah.
I'm impatient.
Yeah, you take after your
But
mother.
I might have skipped it, but I got it right.
Okay.
So I might have got lucky.
So Alice, what's one thing you learned today? Maybe it's something you actually learned in your classes?
So.
What? The feet unzip?
Do mine?
No. I mean, yours unzips all the way around, yes. Oh, it goes up, like, okay, because it has shark feet.
Oh, geez, that does not look correct. Because what?
Looks like blood, yes, I get it. He's inside of a shark. Okay.
And the inside is red.
Alice, okay, tell me what you learned.
So if something looks like water,
We already talked about that. Is that your fact for the day? Is that what you learned today? That's a good thing to learn, how to use your senses. That's fine, you did. A lot of the stuff you guys are going to be doing this week and next will probably be review. It's hard to say, I don't know. Tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment in the morning, so...
Yeah, you know, school.
No, there is school. So either Daddy's going to have to monitor.
Not happening.
homeschool is fun.
Homeschool is fun.
Oh,
I have to leave at like just after 10. So as long as we get up and moving, we'll be able to get like an hour of work done before I leave. And then I can leave instruction for Daddy on what you guys need to do. All right, they're going back to playtime. I'm going to play the music again. Alexa, play. Can you not squeal?
I'm biting my finger.
Is it nap time?
My arm.
The kids are doing their silent reading. I told them pick a comfy spot. They can bring their snack with them if they wanted to. That's left over from lunch, basically. So Alice is reading Unicorn Diaries. And Jackson is reading My Big Fat Zombie Goldfish. Is that right? Okay. So they're going to read for 20 minutes and then write a little summary about what they read. And it is 2:26.
10 push-ups.
Push-ups.
Alice is even getting in on it. Here's gym class, guys.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You go a little bit too fast for him. He's trying to catch up to you. Will cut his hair, friends. This is the first they're seeing your head.
9.
He was getting hot at work. Ooh, my battery's dying.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17,
Set a 1 minute timer.
16, 15,
Okay.
14,
Your timer is set
13,
for 1 minute.
12,
Oh, that tricky gym teacher.
9, 8, 9, 10, 11.
That was like 45 jumping jacks.
This isn't actually like PE time because Alice is clearly not really joining in. Jackson does like a little exercise thing each day and he didn't do it this morning.
Next.
Next was 5 sit-ups.
What do you use to hold your feet, Jack?
I can't do that.
That's gonna hurt probably with no socks.
I can't do that.
Ready? One.
What do I do now? Click off duty?
Yep. 2, 3.
I might actually go to 10.
Slow down.
I'm gonna go to 10. Why do you want us to slow down?
More of a burn.
4.
Don't curl your back so much, buddy. Elbows out. There you go.
Oh. Oh.
Last one. Ready?
Let's make this one a good one.
And that is basically our homeschool day in a nutshell. Day 1, anyway. Yes, there are a ton of other tools that we'll be using. There's other books that we'll incorporate. They just won't be a daily thing. I did just print out a reading log, and this isn't a daily reading log. I want the kids to be able to keep track of all the books they complete this school year, like chapter books, so that way they can see. I keep track of all the books I read. I know how many books I read in a like calendar year, but I thought it'd be cool for them to look back and say, I've read all these books by myself this year.
Quote unquote read.
I listen to audiobooks. He doesn't think that counts.
Still getting the same amount of information. It's just, there's no good other way to parse that information out.
Says the guy who reads 0 books a year.
Right, I don't
Or
act like I
listens
do.
to 0 audiobooks. Anyway, so that's our home day. Home day? Yeah, you listen to podcasts, but those aren't books.
No, but they have a lot of people in them who read books.
Okay.
Third-hand information
Uh-huh.
is just as good. It's
Anyway,
filtered
we're
down.
gonna cut it here. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We haven't done much. Alice watched a little bit of Prairie Dog Manor on Disney Plus. I let Jackson go off and play a little bit of video games. Dinner's still in the crock pot. We'll be eating around 6, but I'm gonna cut this at a school day instead of like a full vlog. So thank you so much for coming along with us. Are you sniffing my head?
Oh, you just happened to tilt that way.
Oh, what were you doing?
Oh, I was just coming in the frame. It's gonna be weird.
Yes, he's weird. Thank you for coming along with us today. Do not lick me. The heck? Okay, you're putting me in bad lighting here.
I'm
Turn those on for a
standing here.
reason.
I'm not doing anything.
Thanks for coming along with us today. I hope you enjoyed this. Drop, comment, share some love, and until next time, we will see you later. Bye.